prisoners have been denied medical care in Arizona, and they've been told to pray instead. Think Progress has a story about this. And it's now been a year since a lawsuit was filed by the ACLU alleging that there has been grave medical neglect of prisoners in Arizona's private prison healthcare providers. And prisoners have continued to die or endure unnecessary suffering after not receiving sometimes the most basic medical treatment. After asking for medical assistance, as I read earlier, many prisoners are told to, quote, be patient or, quote, pray, according to a new report from the American Friends Service Committee. It found that there was lack of timely emergency treatment, denials of care, failure to provide medication and medical devices. And under the Eighth Amendment, prison officials are required to provide medical treatment to prisoners. Prisoners are legally able to request that their care be consistent and that their services are accessible. Proper medication must be dispensed. Dietary restrictions must be accounted for. This year, the ACLU's lawsuit, as a result of the incredible number of cases that corroborate this, has been granted class action status, which now means it applies to everyone in Arizona. I don't know, Lewis, whether this is specifically a private prison problem. The state has the sixth highest incarceration rate. And as we know from recent interviews, including with Todd Clear, private prisons only represent a pretty small number of the total inmate population of this country. But to say that whether it's state or federal prisons, we don't need federal oversight when these things are going on. There are cancer patients who simply did not receive treatment, period, full stop, and died.
Yep, and I would assume that this is mostly a problem in private prisons, but who knows? I'm very curious to see what happens with this, and it's pretty shocking that this has been going on for so long.
It is, and we're going to continue following the story. As you know, we've been covering issues relating to the prison industry, incarceration, the war on drugs, and private prisons for years. We're going to continue covering it, absolutely.